Today, we're going to be ranking the strongest pirate crews in One Piece. After all, a strong pirate is only as good as the crew they command. Right off the bat, there's one legendary pirate crew that won't be included, that being the Rocks Pirate. While yes, the Rocks Pirates are certainly a powerful crew, thanks to having people like Big Mom, Kaido, and even Whitebeard among their ranks. We simply don't know enough about them yet. If we did include them, they definitely would be on the higher end of this list, maybe even number 1. And before we start, keep in mind there will be some manga spoilers in this video. Now without further ado, let's get into our list. Starting with number 10, the Thriller Bark Pirates. We know, at first this seems like an odd choice for this list, but the Thriller Bark Pirates have the potential to be a much better crew. This is all thanks to the Captain Gecko Moria and his Devil Fruit, the Kage Kage no Mi. It gives Moria control over shadows in several different ways, but most notably, whenever he separates a shadow from someone's body, he can use that shadow to create a zombie. The majority of these zombies are animals, but he has a fair amount of powerful human zombies in his army, such as legendary swordsman Ryuma and Captain John, former member of the Rocks Pirates. Another major advantage Moria's crew has is their ship, Thriller Bark. It's actually a mobile island, making it the largest ship we've seen in the series. If an enemy wants to face Moria, they have to do it on his turf. The other non-zombie members of Moria's crew are pretty good as well. Absalom and Perona both have fairly strong devil fruits, while Dr. Hogback is a renowned surgeon who stitched together Moria's zombies. The one thing that kept Moria and his crew from being a truly great pirate crew was a lack of ambition. When he was younger, Moria sailed through the New World all the way to Wano, only to give up after being defeated by Kaido. So if he still had that ambition he used to, who knows what he may be capable of. Number 9, the Sun Pirates. The Sun Pirates aren't exactly a crew we've seen a lot of. However, a quick look at some of the crew's most prominent members and you'll see that they're quite the force to be reckoned with. First, there's the original captain, Fisher Tiger. He's a legendary man who invaded Mary Joa to free the slaves kept by the world nobles. After the tragic death of Fisher Tiger, Jinbei was the one to take his place as captain, and as the current newest member of the Straw Hats, Jinbei is quite the force to be reckoned with thanks to his use of haki and fishman karate. It's no wonder he was respected and feared enough to become a warlord. Another notable ex-Sun Pirate is Arlong. He's much more cruel than Jinbei and Fisher Tiger, taking his hatred of humans to an extreme and ruling over the Konmoy Islands with an iron fist. Even if he was less powerful than his two former captains, Arlong and his splinter faction of the Sun Pirates were still considered a major threat by the Marines until Luffy took him down. Currently, the Sun Pirates are still active even after Jinbei left them. There's no doubt that they'll be a valuable ally to the Straw Hats in the future. Number 8, the Crossskilled Alliance. This is the newest crew on our list, but it's still full of some familiar faces. You see, the Crossskilled Alliance is made up of 3 powerful figures, Dracula Mihawk, Sir Crocodile, and Buggy the Clown. Thanks to Buggy's incredible loyal crew, the public thinks that Buggy is the true mastermind behind all of this, a fact which Mihawk and Crocodile are not happy about. While Buggy's strength is a bit questionable, he is a former member of the Roger Pirates, and the sheer cult of personality has gotten him a new crew. Mihawk and Crocodile meanwhile are powerful in their own right. Crocodile used to be the leader of the organization Baroque Works, and came close to conquering the kingdom of Alabasta. Mihawk meanwhile is known as the world's greatest swordsman, with strength capable of splitting ships into pieces with just his sword. Plus, he's one of the only warlords to never have a real crew. He was just strong enough to be a warlord all by himself. All in all, this alliance is a big deal in terms of strength and numbers. They'll be very important in the future. Number 7, the Blackbeard Pirates. And now for the pirates who may just be the greatest rivals of our main hero. Instead of becoming a pirate king through making allies like Luffy, Blackbeard does it through conquest. Even when we first met Blackbeard on Jaya, him and his small crew were able to completely wreck the town, and from there, they just kept getting more power. Their strength truly began to grow during the Impo Down arc, where Blackbeard helped several maximum security prisoners escape and recruited them onto his crew. Recently, it's been revealed that Blackbeard has essentially been collecting devil fruits and giving them to higher ranking members of his crew. It was shown in some new manga chapters that Doc Q, Jesus Burgess, and Van Augur have all recently gained devil fruit powers. And of course there's Blackbeard's devil fruits. Not only is he the only character in all of One Piece to possess more than one devil fruit, but he has 2 of the most dangerous ones. The Yami Yami no Mi, giving him power over darkness and nullify other devil fruit powers, and the Gura Gura no Mi, giving him the ability to create. And he seems to want a third, having recently tried to obtain Boa Hancock's Mero Mero no Mi. With how Blackbeard and his crew parallel the Straw Hats, it's likely that there'll be major antagonists in the coming arcs. Number 6. The Redhead Pirates. These pirates are a bit harder to talk about since we've actually seen very little of them. However, the respect and fear that Shanks and his crew command among his fellow pirates and the Marines was enough to put them on the list. The one we know most about is their captain, Red-haired Shanks. He's a former member of the Roger Pirates, a current emperor, and the one who inspired Luffy to become a pirate in the first place. His mastery over haki puts him on the same level as Whitebeard, and we also know that Shanks is strong enough to block one of the Admiral Akainu's magma fists without getting hurt. The skills of the rest of his crew are currently unknown, but their mere presence at Marineford was enough to stop the war. Theoretically, the Red Hair Pirates could be the most powerful pirates in the One Piece world, but the audience still doesn't know enough about them to put them any higher. Number 5. The Straw Hat Pirates. It was obvious that these guys would show up on the list at some point. They're our main characters after all. Ever since their humble beginnings in the East Blue, the Straw Hats have been getting stronger and stronger. Thanks to Luffy's ever-growing mastery over haki and his devil fruit, he's definitely on the way to becoming the next king of the pirates. Really? Do the Straw Hats need any introduction? We've already talked about Jinbei, but on the same crew you have Zoro and his legendary sword skills, Sanji and his powerful kicks, Robin and the creative way she uses the devil fruit, and many more. And of course there's a Straw Hat Grand Fleet, an alliance of several different pirate crews that formed after the events of Dressrosa. Each one of them has sworn loyalty to Luffy's crew and is amazing in their own right. The Straw Hats and their allies have defeated several pirate crews that we have on this list. With his best friends on his crew and dozens of loyal allies, Luffy very much deserves to be the next king of the pirates. Number 4. The Roger Pirates. We've only ever seen them in flashbacks, but Goldie Roger has definitely earned his title as the king of the pirates. His crew included famous figures such as Sylvus Rayleigh, Kozuki Odin, and Shanks. Together, all of them made their way through the Grand Line and even made it to the famously hard-to-find island of Laugh-Tale. The best part about Roger's legacy is that he was never actually defeated. He willingly disbanded his crew and turned himself into the Marines. And even at his execution, Roger announced to the world that his treasure, the One Piece, is there for the taking. With those words, he inspired a whole new generation of pirates. There isn't much else to say about Roger, since his crew isn't together in the present day, but his reputation and legacy alone are what puts him this high on the list. Number 3. The Big Mom Pirates. The Big Mom Pirates are essentially what the Thriller Bark Pirates could have been if Murray had never given up on his ambitions. Big Mom's devil fruit, the Soru Soru no Mi, allows her to steal portions of people's souls and then use those souls to create minions to do her bidding. These can be anything from animals to trees to food. Then there are Big Mom's children. Most of them are strong in their own right, the absolute most dangerous being her son Charlotte Katakuri. But many others, such as Perospero, Ovin, and Cracker, have shown themselves to be just as capable in combat. The one thing keeping the Big Mom Pirates from being higher on the list is Big Mom herself. While yes, she is incredibly powerful, she's also very childish and not the smartest. She often goes on rampages just because she's hungry and won't stop until she's fed exactly what she's craving. Of course, no one can actually defy Big Mom thanks to her raw strength. If Big Mom were actually a competent strategist, that could potentially make a powerful crew even stronger. Number 2. The Beast Pirates. And now, from one emperor to another, we have Kaido and his Beast Pirates, also known as the Animal Kingdom Pirates. In terms of just pure strength, Kaido may just be one of the strongest characters in all of One Piece. So much so that he does things like jumping off Sky Islands just to see if it'll kill him or not. His 3 highest ranking crew members, King, Queen, and Jack, are each individually dangerous and can put up a tough fight against the Straw Hats during the raid on Onigashima. Really, every member of Kaido's crew is impressive, since the majority of them are Zoan Devil Fruit users, but only a few of them are that in a traditional sense. Many of the low-ranking crew members are small fruit users, meaning that they've been permanently transformed into human-animal hybrids and have been shown to be very dangerous. But with the pure numbers of the Beast Pirates and the strength of Kaido and his upper ranks, he's more than earned this number 2 spot. Number 1. The Whitebeard Pirate. And here we have it. The pirate crew who took on the world government at the Battle of Marineford. While he was still alive, Whitebeard was known as the strongest man in the world. Even in his later years, as his health began failing him, his strength was still unmatched. He had an enormous crew that were all loyal to him, thanks to Whitebeard's commitment to them. Whitebeard saw his crewmates as his family. Whitebeard was the original user of the Gura Gura no Mi, which was another reason why the Marines and enemy pirates feared his crew so much. It took the combined forces of the Marines and the Blackbeard Pirates to kill Whitebeard, but even then, his corpse remained standing after his death. He was just that strong. And of course, Whitebeard's crew is just as legendary as him, as we've seen with Marco and Ace being part of his crew. Even the more minor members of his team such as Jozu are shown to be quite powerful. The death of Whitebeard was a lot like the death of Roger. It marked the end of one era and the start of a new one. With the world's strongest man dead, people like Blackbeard were able to seize his power. And with Whitebeard announcing that the One Piece wasn't a myth, it inspired even more pirates to go out and search for it. While they may have disbanded now, the legacy of the Whitebeard Pirates lives on as the crew that dared challenge the world government on their own turf. So what did you think about this list? Which One Piece pirate crew is your favorite?